Today we're gonna do a no haircut haircut. A couple different techniques blended together to make it look like you didn't just get a haircut. We wanna keep the length, we wanna keep the shape of our hair, but we wanna remove some of the split ends. I like to start on dry hair and split it down the middle and the back. And I'm just gonna do one side so you can see the difference. Clip this back. You may need smaller sections. My hair is very thin, so I'll use probably 2 sections. Gonna take this, the length, now it was cut horizontal or straight across. So I'm gonna elevate this out and I'm gonna go through and point cut this. Point cutting is just using the tip of the shears. And for this, I'm gonna go up and down like this. You can also point cut this way, but if you do that, you may remove too much weight. This is my hair right here, the horizontal straight line. If I take the shears and just go up, 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 I'm not really changing this shape and I'm not taking much out. But if I go through and angle my shears, I'm taking little triangles out and I'm removing a lot of hair. A lot of weight could be changing the shape a bit if you get a little crazy. So for this, the goal is to just up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. The best place to do this is in the car. It's kind of like your eyebrows. You can always see eyebrow hair in the car. So you can always see split ends in the car with the sunlight. Just trying to get those. Taking another section, and you want to make sure that you're using actual shears that are sharp. They don't have to be a nice pair. I'll link a pair that's under $10 on Amazon. There's a split end, so I'm gonna go ahead and really cut that one off. I mentioned this in a previous video that you do want to use really sharp shears, most certainly when doing something like this. Same thing when you're cutting steak. You want to use a super sharp knife so you get a really clean cut. If you use a butter knife and you hack at it, it frays the steak, it's not clean, it's not pretty. So if you use a dull pair of shears, it's gonna actually create more damage. Just like cutting the steak with a butter knife. It makes it all frayed and crazy looking. You're gonna do the same thing to your hair. Now we're gonna go through and do a little bit of dusting. I'm gonna take a chunk of my hair, pointer finger on top, middle finger here, ring finger here. As you glide down, hairs are gonna pop out. There's not many. Most of them are on the top because that's where all the heat is happening. Hopefully you can see that, but there's a few hairs sticking up. These have split ends on them, so I'm just going to cut that. You want to be very careful with this. You don't want to overdo this, and you really want to take your time. You don't want to accidentally cut into this or cut here or cut your fingers. And you can also just take the hair, one finger, and bend it that way. Slide it down. Some people will do this. I like to use 3 fingers because it makes me feel like I have more control. Just going through and cutting anything that pops up. If you have layers, take little sections like this, and I'm gonna over direct them towards my face where I can see. I'm not changing the shape. I'm not going through and doing actual big cuts like that. We're just going through and point cutting. And if you see a whole bunch of split ends, like I have a bunch right here that I can see, I'm gonna just cut that like that, but we're just point cutting. And it may seem like you're really not doing anything. Getting rid of those split ends will help a lot. We never wanna carry on to dead anything, dead weight. It's like an ex-boyfriend, let him go. Don't keep hanging on to him, don't keep taking him back, you gotta cut him off. So you have time to heal, focus on a new relationship. Get rid of the dead in your hair. It holds on to negative energy anyway. That way it can make room for the new hair to grow. And it's gonna grow faster and better. Just like when you get rid of negative, toxic people in your life. After you heal, you're so much better. Same thing. Now when you're doing this, you wanna remember, we're not changing the shape. This is going at a diagonal, and I'm gonna cut this just so you can actually see that it's at a diagonal. In a more blunt line, it'll be all right. I want to follow that shape. Diagonal. We're all gonna have different haircuts. Yours may be straight across here. If so, cut that way. And when you lay it down, that looks so much better already. These bangs need extra attention. It's a diagonal, so I'm gonna really take my time. Now, is there still gonna be some dead on here? Of course, because we need an actual haircut trim. But this will help so much. And just the ends of the hair. We're not really going in there and doing that. That's changing shape. To do the back, you just swing it forward. There's not much to do in the back of my hair. It stays pretty healthy because I can't see it. I don't mess with it much, but I mess with the front too much. And this part still looks a little dead to me. Really gonna focus on that and do a little bit more dusting, which is again, anything that pops up. Tiny, you don't wanna take big chunks. And like I said, I like to do this in my car. If I'm waiting in line, I'll just look through and literally pick out any split ends. any breakage. They'll have a little ball on them. You'll be able to see it. So you can see the haircut didn't change. It's the same haircut, same length, but it looks way cleaner and a lot healthier than this side. And I'll show you on my desk here. This is all that we took off. That's not a lot, and most of this, I don't know if my camera will pick it up, but you can see those white little balls, split ends. This is damaged, dead hair anyway. It was going to weigh this hair down, and split ends will continue to split. It starts off like this, and then we brush our hair, blow dry it, damage, even damage from just the sun, being outside, just breathing. It will start splitting, splitting, splitting. Now you've got a tree branch, and then it'll break in half, and now you've got a very thin piece of hair that will eventually break. We want to catch it before it gets way up here. Let's try to catch it down here. So doing this often, but not overdoing it, will help your hair a lot.